We're live.
Hey guys. Thanks for showing up tonight. And if you couldn't make it, missed you, but we understand. I was kind of posting to my coaches earlier, and I'm sorry if I was being a hard ass, but I used to be terrified of live calls. I'm also terrified of phone calls, which you probably didn't know if you've ever been on a phone call or like a video call with me, but I used to be absolutely terrified. Now I've conquered that fear, but if you are someone who's watching this that's recorded, or if you're on here live and you have had this fear, I just wanted to share that this is a safe place. We don't care what you look like when you get on here. We don't expect you to do anything. And if we do expect you to do something, we will let you know before you get on the call. And you can always opt out if it's like on the spot. So no pressure. We just want you to get on here, and it's fun to be live because we can interact and you guys can get to know each other and know that you're not alone and you're not doing this just because, but because there's a team of people cheering you on, rooting you on every day, every week, every month. So yeah, my point is get on. I know it helped me so much to kind of conquer that fear. And, you know, there's something to be said for surrounding yourself around people with the same like mindset and drive and goals. So I know that benefited me a lot when I started doing the team training calls with Christy, my upline, and then starting our own, even if it was just me recording myself or even like one person on. So thank you is the point. Thank you for getting on, and I hope you guys can make it a habit. And other than the time we've changed now, like we hope to stick to this time. So every Monday night at 8 p.m. Central, we will be here, whether it's a team training or a workshop time. We really encourage you to get on. So yeah. Coaches, do you guys have any housekeeping stuff? Emily or Amber, do you have anything?
No, I think that the only other thing that we were going to say was just kind of talking about the trainings, and like Cassie and I are kind of working on that and making it more of like a training center.
Yeah. Do you want to share more about that?
Sorry, I was like, okay, should I say this or what? Okay, sorry, I look like a crazy person because, yeah. So basically the training center is going to be more of like a ongoing group for when we have new coaches or any of you, you're welcome to it. But basically we'll have different trainings in there, like an Instagram training, like Facebook ad training, like coach basics training, like we're going to just keep continuously adding things as we see fit so that you guys can go in there on your own time and do it at your own pace. And then if you want like extra accountability, you can tag your coach in it and whatnot. But we just found like that might be a better way since the participation in our groups right now for Coach Basics is low. And also this is a place where it can live forever and you can kind of just ongoing learn.
Yeah. For sure. And so it's still, you guys, the same kind of format as what we have now. It's just more at your own pace. And I feel like we either are giving you guys too much as new coaches, or you're giving your coaches too much at once, or it's too drawn out. So we're trying to find that happy balance. And I know just with the coaches that are even on this call or my newer coaches, everybody works at a different pace. And I don't want to scare people off with too much, but I have eager coaches on this call right now who are like, give me stuff. Like, I want to know more. I want to know how to do this. I need to know when to do it, how to do it, all that. So I think that's why we're doing this. And if you have any feedback on that, we'd love to hear it. We love being leaders, but we want you guys to be leaders too and have input, and we don't have the only ideas. So definitely don't always have it right. That's why we keep trying. So.
Yeah, no, I agree. And like, that's the whole thing. Like, we want you guys to be able to like run these trainings. We want it to be something you can give to your coaches so that you feel like confident about it. And that's important to us. We don't, we're all here, but we want you to be leaders. Like Cassie said, we're not the only people.
For sure. Mute. Okay. Sorry. I thought I was on mute. So I guess one thing we wanted to chat about before we jump into the meat of our call, which has to do with our call tonight, would be Success Club, which you guys know this is kind of a big deal. It's really your guide and your measure for how many people you're helping each month and making sure that your business is on track. If you're hitting Success Club 5 or higher, that means that you're helping a good amount of people, which is awesome. And it also means that you are moving your business forward with income. So you're making money, you're paying off product that you're buying. So we are going to give some tips tonight, and we want to talk about a little challenge that we are going to encourage you guys to participate in. You don't have to, in the next week. And I think Monday is the 31st, right? Yeah. So by the 31st, we would like you to achieve this. And we're going to do a mini challenge from Monday to Monday, starting today, to help you guys hit Success Club. And if you are 5 or over right now, we're going to encourage you to try to reach for that 10 if you can. Otherwise, I know we have a ton of coaches right now just looking at our leaderboard who are like sitting at 2 or 3 or 1, somewhere in there. And we want to get you over that hump and help you reach that goal. I know how good that feels, and it's always great to get new challengers in those groups and fresh people to help. So do you want me to share, girls, about what that challenge is that okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Hold on. It's the 30th is actually Monday, so if we're going to the end of the month, it would be Tuesday, just to clarify.
Thank you. I should know that. My birthday is Friday the 3rd. I should know that. But yeah, thank you. So it'd be like starting tonight through, and you guys can take tonight to commit and all that, and we can start fresh on Tuesday. So I guess Tuesday to Tuesday would make more sense. So Tuesday to Tuesday. And the challenge would be to hit Success Club 5 if you're at 5 to hit Success Club 10. So trying to get to that next rank up, whatever that would be. So you guys, what we'd love for you to do if you want to be part of this challenge would be that everybody who's part of it would chip in $10. If you hit your goal, so if you're trying to go for 5, if you hit your goal, then you would make back your $10. And then if you are, what do we say, who are drawn, or whoever meets their goal would get the pot split, right?
Yeah, well, I think whoever out of that, the people that chip in, the top 2, so like if someone right now is at Success Club 3 and you end up at Success Club 11, and you have the most points in Success Club points, and you would get the pot, and then the next best. So if there's one that's at Success Club 7, perhaps those 2 would actually get the pot. So kind of to make it a competition amongst those that are pushing their goals.
Yeah, and if we have a tie or something, we'll definitely just split. Mm-hmm. We can figure that out for you guys. But okay, so ultimately is to get the highest Success Club points in 1 week, like getting above your goal and beyond your goal. And you chip in $10, and if you're the top people, you guys get to split that money, which is pretty crazy. I know that all of us are motivated differently. And I know I always feel bad saying, but money really motivates me. Like I didn't have a lot growing up. And so any chance for me to make a little bit of extra, I'm always like, yes, how do I do that? So I would love for anybody who wants to be part of this, and it can be literally anybody on the team who wants to challenge themselves, let us know, and we will put you in that group. It'll just be a mini group, and you guys will just kind of check in every day. It's not going to be like a major, like, here are your 5 assignments for today or any of that. You'll just kind of be checking in as you need to. And then at the end, we'll see how you guys did. So not a huge commitment if that's something you want to do. Do you guys have any questions about that?
Will we use like the PayPal account or whatever, how to send the money? Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah. And if you guys don't have that, if you have like Venmo or something like that, we can do that. That's really easy. It's just an app on your phone that you can send money. So let us know. We can figure that out. Okie dokie. Well, with that said, we're going to just share some Success Club tips with you guys. I apologize. My dogs are barking. I think we're just going to kind of go around robin, and we'll start with the leaders and just kind of share maybe 3 tips that we have about hitting Success Club that has worked for us and continues to work for us. We might have some overlap, which I think would be a good thing, kind of hitting home that these are the things that work. So yeah, who would like to start?
I'll go. I'll start. If you want me to. So first off, I said I'd stop. Now my kid's saying something. What, sweetie? Yeah, on your bed. Okay. She didn't know where her pajamas were. Anyways, first off, I don't know if you guys saw this, but Jenny Smith is actually giving a talk tonight in the elite team training, or it's already been, I don't know. So I wanted to make sure that everybody made a point to, especially for those that are watching this recorded and for those of us that are on there live, to make a point sometime this week to watch that recording as well, because I think Jenny will have some great tips that maybe we won't share either. So just make sure you get on the elite dream team page. Sorry. What? No, you don't. Okay.
If you guys don't know who Jenny Smith is, she's a coach on my team, and she's one of my childhood friend. I think she was on a month or two ago, and she talks. She's like extremely charismatic, like pumps you up every time. So I know it'll be a good call. So even if it's something you listen to in the car, whatever, yeah, get on there. Thanks, Amber, for.
Yeah, sorry. The Brinley was like, do I have to keep my underwear on? Yes, you do, please. Anyways, so I'll just real quick, my go-to, you guys, last month was my struggle month. So like this month I'm hitting it out of the park, and it's all probably because I was struggling majorly last month. And honestly, I think I ended up at SC Success Club 10 last month, but I think 6 of those points actually came from leads. And then the rest of my Success Club points last month came from current customers. I don't think I signed up a new customer last month. So one of the things to think about is don't forget about your current customers that are already in challenge groups. And that's why one of the things we're doing with our 3-day refresh group, which I wanted to remind everybody about that again, that's a great tool and a great challenge pack to use with current challengers. So one of the things I do when I'm really struggling is I reach out to all of my challengers, past and present, the ones that are still in my groups and the ones that have kind of fallen off, and I go recircle with them just to see how they're doing and make sure that they know about this 3-day refresh that I'm doing, because pretty much anyone can benefit from that, whether they're just starting their journey or they're like me and already at their goal weight but having major chocolate cravings and need to do something about it. So that to me is like the number one tip, is for those of you that do have customers and have a solid foundation built, circle back to them first, and then really focus on your warm market. Like, to go find a brand new person that you don't know and build a relationship with them within a week and sell them something is probably, I mean, let's be realistic. It's probably not going to happen, or it's going to be a lot harder. Go back to your warm market. Go back to your friends that you've already reached out to. Go back and follow up with those people that said they were interested and then you never heard back from them. Just follow up like crazy. And that's exactly what I did last month. In the first 3 challenge packs I sold by, I think I had them sold by the 3rd of this month, all went to my sister-in-law and her 2 friends that have been telling me they were going to do 21 day fix for 6 months. 6 months. And they finally bit the bullet. And it was just a matter of me going back, reminding them to be like, hey, summer's coming and you haven't lost that 20 pounds yet. Like, what are you doing? So those, I guess those would be my tips, are just make sure to go back to your warm market and really focus on them and focus on your current challengers.
Awesome, Amber. Sorry, I'm like writing this stuff down. Good stuff. I love that you said that about the warm market, because I feel like that's where I go without even thinking about it when I'm struggling, is those follow-ups. And that leads me into a tip that I have for keeping people like in your mind. I know 2 things that I do. I always keep a running list of people that are actively interested or seriously interested. And I actually have it right in front of me. Like, I have this list and I just keep that fresh. And that's like every month, like the people who are serious, like I've talked to, who are like, yeah, give me more information. We've emailed, all that. Like, I write them down on here. That way I can go back and remember. Because you guys, I am ADD. I am probably a ditz. I don't remember. Like, literally I woke up this morning and I'm like, oh my gosh, I never followed up with Ashley on Friday. And she's fine. She still wants to order. But you guys, I could have blown that if I hadn't written that down. So write down who, like, your 10 in play is what I know I've heard it called, like the 10 people you have that you're talking to or interested. and focus on those people. Of course, you're always adding, hopefully, people to that list as you're inviting and hey girling, but keep that active and go back, check in with those people. If you need tips on how to check in without seeming like you're being stalkerish or annoying, let me know. I found lots of great ways to initiate that conversation without feeling like they're being pressured. My other tip, trying to think what I had written on there. Sorry, I had it written down. Oh, my follow-up list. I go back onto my Facebook list that I have printed out, and I just literally go back through and I write a little note, like who I hey girled, who I've invited and all that. And I just go back through, and if there's somebody that I've only sent a hey girl message to, but I haven't invited, I go back through and just like make sure that I'm sending an invite to all those people. And then I look around me. Like I look around my neighborhood. Like it occurred to me that I have a women's group that does workouts together that's starting in June for our neighborhood. And like a couple people have been like, I just can't wait for that. And I'm like, why am I not reaching out to them? So just keep your eyes open around you and be very cognizant of who is asking for help, maybe not directly to you. So I know I'm going to reach out to my neighbor, and like a gal that I'm in a Bible study group with was like talking about how 50 plus doesn't have anything for them. And I'm like, okay, this is my turn. Like I need to jump in there. So just be aware of that. And then the last thing I had for you guys was post more on your social media. If you are not present, first of all, people aren't seeing you. They're not thinking about you. I'm sorry. I know you guys are important in this world, but like people aren't thinking about me when I'm not posting. At least they didn't. Now they probably do because I have followers, but like, that sounded creepy. I don't have like followers. I have people that look at my posts every day. But yeah, if you guys aren't posting, they're not thinking about it. And if you're posting about only one topic, either that's going to get old and they're not going to pay attention to you anymore. And they're just going to get rid of you, or they're going to talk to you about it and be done. So if you're only posting, for example, about your dogs every day, they're not going to know that you're a health and fitness coach. Okay. If you're only posting food every day, just pictures of food or recipes, they don't know that you can help them. So make sure that you're putting that out there, that you have an opportunity to help them. And if you're posting like workout photos, make sure there's, a call to action, something that says, hey, do you want to join me? Or, hey, would you like more info on this? Or, hey, talk to me if you're struggling with this too. So just make sure you're posting a variety of things, but posting at least 3 times a day. I have Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat, and like I'm the worst at posting on social media. I will be the first to admit it, but like I make a conscious effort every day to wake up and make sure I have a post posted and then something scheduled for midday, and then I make sure when I get home something gets posted and something before bed. And I'm always doing Snapchats and random stuff during the day. So my Instagram isn't as hopping as Facebook and Snapchat, but yeah, so make sure you're keeping lists of people, revisiting, following up, and then posting some more to get your word out there, get your story out there. So those are mine.
Hey, I just wanted to follow up on that. Sorry, real quick. With the posting thing, you guys, that seriously is one of the things that really I focus on. So like last week, now it's basically I think it's too late because for the 3-day refresh, because people need to get it and you really need to give yourself a week. But last week, I don't know if you follow my Facebook at all, but last week, I think I did every other day a post about 3-day refresh. I changed up my visuals a little bit, but I basically had one kind of that I designed that was my go-to, and I posted it at a different time of day throughout the week. So like on Monday, I posted it in the morning. The next day, I posted at night. The day after that, it was my midday post. And so like, don't feel, and every time I had new people liking it, I had new people commenting it. So don't feel like, oh, I posted that. I already posted my call to action for the week for the 3-day refresh challenge group. I'm good. Like last month when I was trying to really, actually beginning of this month when I was pushing for coaches, which I still am, every single day at a different time of the day, I did a coach post, and it was a call to action coach post. It wasn't just they were all hooks. I was going in for the kill on all of them. So just don't forget that you can reuse the stuff that you already posted and don't be afraid to post it even once in the morning and once again at night. You're the same people aren't going to see it. I can promise.
Yeah.
Amber,
I do a delete too. Like I'll delete, sorry, Stace, I delete like what I had posted before.
okay, that's what I was actually going to ask, if you do that too.
I don't actually, but maybe I should. I don't because I just don't want to lose like some people, because how Facebook works, like some people will comment on the post that you posted 2 days ago, but once they comment, then that starts showing up in somebody else's news feed. So I figure, like, especially if it's the same thing, no one's going to know if it was my one from today or the one from 2 days ago unless they start scrolling my news feed.
Okay.
So
that's what I was going to ask, because that's one of the things that I just recently noticed too, is like I always thought like I was over posting something, but I think it's like you said, some people just don't see it because they're not following everything you do. So I was just wondering if you guys delete or not, because I've heard both ways, and I was just going to see what you guys thought. So
yeah, I delete, but not right away. Like Amber, I wouldn't do it the same week. Like I go through though, and I'm like, that's a lot of the same thing that I'm posting. Like I want it to be more about me and about coaching, about health stuff. If it's, add for groups that I have coming up. Yeah. Did you want to share something?
Yeah. Okay. So my tips are going to sound kind of like duh, but I had to remind myself this today because I literally had an ugly cry right before this call. I was talking to Cassie as like, I'm done, I'm giving up. And she was like, no, girl, like you've got this. Cause like it was a hard month, and like, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that it's easy all the time. And, but I've had hard months before. I've done this for like a year and a couple months now. So it's not like anything, new, but I think that when you have these hard months, you're going to be tested. And I kind of wanted to talk about the mental aspect of this as well, because I think that is just as important as the action. I think that it's super important when you're feeling like you're stuck, when you're feeling like you don't know what to do next. You need to take a step back, and you need to start listening to some personal development. And you need to really focus on the actions rather than thinking and overthinking and letting yourself get into that state of like dwelling and being sad for yourself. It's okay, but move on and just say, hey, look, like I'm going to do this. It's going to be okay. And even if you don't, it's not the end of the world. Hate to say it, but it's just not. And, I think that focusing on your personal development is so huge. And I think it's something that a lot of us sometimes can easily forget because it's just not like working out. It's not, you know what I mean? It's something that you can continuously have to work on and build that muscle. So that's my first tip, is when you're feeling stuck, scared, whatever, do personal development, okay? Second tip is basically reach out and make your challenge groups the best that they can be. I just talked to Mary today. I was like, okay, so we need to do something about this challenge group. We need to get people posting. We need to get people talking, because my challenge groups are important to me, and I want those people to have the best experience that they can have. So if I give them a good experience, they're going to refer people to me. So, just focusing on your challengers and then reaching out to them and saying like, hey, how are you doing? I'm really excited. Do you have any friends, family that you would want to join you so that we can family involved? So ask them for referrals. Make their challenge groups really great. Ask your challengers for referrals. Another thing I've been doing is when someone new signs up with me, I will ask them, hey, I'm super excited you're signing up. We're going to rock the 21-day fix or whatever it is. Do you have any friends that would be interested in joining us? If so, let me know and I'll contact them. That's worked for me. I've gotten 3 emails from that. So I'm in conversation with those people. And then the fourth thing that I would say to do is to go back through old posts, because I know like obviously we're posting and everything, and it's easy to kind of like be moving really fast and forget about like the people who have liked your stuff, the people who have commented in the past. So what I've been doing and what I'm going to do tomorrow is go back through like all of my old posts and reach out to people and see where the conversation was left off. And if someone said that they were interested in joining a challenge group previously and never have, just reach out to them and simply say something like, hey, XYZ, just wanted to reach back out. I know that you said this goal was important to you at this time. Is that still something you're working toward? If so, I'd love to help you. And so that just reignites the conversation. Don't be afraid to follow up. And even if they didn't respond, don't take it personally. Like, so many times that happens to me. Like, I've unread text messages from like some of my best friends, you know. People get busy. They don't read your stuff. Don't take it personally. Just follow up. So that's what I would say is listen to personal development. Make your challenge groups great. I really truly believe everything starts within a challenge group. That's where my best coaches have come from, like Robin, like Mary. Like, those are where those people come from, okay? Third of all, you need to re-engage with people. You need to show people that you're not giving up on them and that you're not just in this for like a quick sale, okay?
Yeah, rock on, Em. I love it. I felt a little bit convicted about the challenge group thing because I feel like I've been struggling with that lately. And yeah, lackluster, let's say that. So no, that's awesome. You guys, thank you so much for your tips. I really appreciate that. Does anybody else have any tips that you would like to share? Anything that's worked for you with getting Success Club? Go, Stace.
I'm still working at it. I'm not at my goal yet, but I still have over a week, and I really think that we can all do it. And I think part of what Emily brought up, a really good point, is mindset. If you believe that you're not going to make it, you're not going to make it. But if you are like, I'm doing this challenge that Cassie just talked about, I'm putting my $10 down and I'm going for it, you're going to get it. Trust me, like, I did it. I think you had a challenge like this in the fall, and I was like amped to like get people, and that was just like another reason. I was like, why not get money at the same time? But one of the things I was also going to bring up is the posting is huge. I've had a couple people, I just like when you were talking about posting of people watching you, there's a lot of people who will never like a photo or comment, but that doesn't mean they're not watching your story. So even if you think you're sharing like all this random stuff that nobody's looking at, that's not true. People are watching you. And sometimes I've had people like be like, oh yeah, I've been watching you for months. I think it's great. And yeah, I'm ready to do it now. And I'm like, you've never liked a photo at all. And also I'm guilty of that because I watched Cassie for a while before I contacted her. So I am proof that people watch without doing anything. So I just wanted to throw that out there as well.
Thanks, Dave. So true. I have chronic likers on my page, and lately I've been messaging them, and I think, Amber, maybe you've been talking about this, but I just message those people and say thank you. Like, I'm not even inviting. I'm not doing any of that. I've just been like, thank you so much for following me. Like it's awesome to have your support. I know it didn't take a lot for you to do that, but it really means a lot that you care enough to do that. And usually they'll be like, yeah, that's awesome. Of course. Like, I love watching your journey. And Stace, exactly what you're saying. I've discovered so many people who have been like following me for like a year now that like, that's why I said I have followers. I was like, I didn't even know these people were like interested in what I was doing. But yeah, they were like, I love your story. I love checking in every day to see what you're posting. It's just cool to watch you grow and change and like help people. So yeah, definitely don't ever post thinking no one's watching, and it's not true.
And to add to that, when you add to your network people in your community, you should get to know their face. Because when you see them in the grocery store and they say, hey, I really like that last picture, and you look at them like, thanks. And all of a sudden I like go home and like, oh shit, I just added them to my network. I didn't even know who it was. So be cognizant of when you're adding people, you might see them around. And anyways, but
that's awesome. Really good. Anybody else have tips or things that's working? And new coaches, don't be afraid to share. Again, no pressure to do that, but if there is something, even if you're at Success Club 0, I don't think anybody here is, but I am my husband's business. And Emily was talking about, yeah, Robin, I mean, it's a hard freaking month. I'm not using that as an excuse. It's not holding me back. But you guys, I'm going to admit to you that I have 4 Success Club points right now. My mom has got 2 new coaches. So I was trying to build a 2-star, and I've been inviting like a mad woman. I'm doing 10 times what I normally do. So if you are struggling, like, it's okay. It's this time of year with graduation and school ending and people going on trips. And again, this is not an excuse. So people are out there that need your help. And I'm finding them slowly but surely. I know I will be at Success Club 10 by the end, and I know that I will get Ben to 5. Like, I know it will happen, but just keep doing what you're supposed to be doing. And like Amber said, if it doesn't work out this month and you worked your butt off, good for you. And I tell you what, June, bam, it's going to be there because you have reached out to those people. And when they're like, wow, things have calmed down, it's time for me to like get myself into that size smaller shorts that I was wearing last summer. Who do you think they're going to remember? You, because you reached out and you were the one there for them. So yeah, go after those goals. If you don't quite hit them this month, you'll hit it next month. So
yeah, and I just want to say, like, don't take anything personally, you guys, because I know that, like, sometimes as a new coach, I would take it so personally, or so I'd get so upset if someone didn't respond back to me, or someone, whatever, like, just whatever, like, happens. Like, don't take it personally. It's not you. They're just not ready, okay? And so, like, I think that that's the important thing, too, is to remember to remove yourself from the outcome, because, like, I used to get so pumped up, like, this person's going to be awesome. They're going to join. They're going to da-da-da-da-da. It's going to be awesome. And then they win it, and I'd be, like, crying. And I was like, no, why? So no, don't get attached to the outcome. Just focus on the action and focus on, like, you know, getting it out there and being you and just looking for ways. I think this is important to mention, looking for ways to serve people. So if someone is talking about on their Facebook page how they're always, like, you know, running around, they like have to eat at McDonald's or whatever, like they had to pick up these things, like that's a way you can serve them. Like you can just say, like, hey, like I noticed on your Facebook page you had posted about, you know, feeling like run down or whatever, and I totally understand how you feel because I felt that way too, and I started this thing, and you might, maybe you'll be interested, I don't know, like let me know and I can send you information. So yeah, so that's kind of what I've been doing. I don't know if any of you know Chelsea Pearson. She's an amazing coach. She's like one of my favorite coaches. I listen to a lot of her trainings when I'm feeling like down because she just has a really good way of like looking at things and like looking for ways to serve people and be a good person. You're not a salesperson. You're sharing your journey. You're opening yourself up to someone to help them. So don't focus on the sale. Focus on how can I be someone's confidant, someone's friend? How can I be there for them right now?
Amen. For sure. I don't remember who said it, but it's never the wrong thing to do, what is that saying? Never wrong to do the right thing. And I think keep that in mind, you guys. And I was telling Emily, like, don't force it. Don't force something because people feel that. They feel that and nobody wants to be sold to. Nobody. And like, yes, we want you to push for your goals, but we don't want you to push people. That's not the intention here. So just keep that in mind. Like we want you to push yourself as a person and growing and going after the things that you want. But we want you to do it in the right way with good intentions. So, and I'm glad you brought that up because that really is important in what we're going for here at the end of the month. So, well, if anybody has anything else to say, go for it. Otherwise, we can jump off. We've been on almost 40 minutes. So, cool. Well, you guys talk to us, talk to your upline, talk to your coach. If you want to be part of that challenge, and it's not too late, even if you decide in like 2 days, you're like, yeah, I want to jump into that. But timely manner would be good. So, and maybe end of day Tuesday. So just make sure that you're letting us know and we'll figure out how to take care of the money thing. But I encourage all of you to do it. If you're out $10, like what if you're pushing for those goals? You'll probably make it back in June if you don't this month. So yeah, go after it, guys. Help people. Share your journey.
Cassie, can I just say something really quick?
Yeah.
Sorry. I just want to say how awesome it is. I just took notes from all you guys. I have a gigantic notebook with a full page of amazing notes. So thank you guys for sharing. And also, I wanted to show you guys the cover because I think it's very pertinent. Can you read that? I don't know.
Know your own happy.
Yeah, I just feel like it makes sense for us, and it was at Home Goods, so I thought it was a good purchase.
That is a good find.
But thank you guys for all your tips. It's super helpful.
You're welcome, Robin. It's our pleasure.
I love that, Robin. That notebook is so cute.
All right, you guys. Well, if that's it, thanks for jumping on. Reach out, check in the team page.
Can I get a quick picture of us? Is that cool? Okay.
So I have one if we don't.
That's not awkward, right? Thanks, guys.
Wait, can you redo it? I wasn't paying attention.
You're fine. I have one from earlier. We're good.
I even have my selfie light on for this.